Today on Judge Faith. These newlyweds say they ignored all the red flags when they agreed to share a house with their best friend.
She was going to San Francisco to do some dirt to get the money to pay for the rent.
But she says it wasn't easy living with two bridezillas.
They came into my room. She says, well, what's going on? What are you doing? You're packing. I said, well, I'm going to San Diego. I basically was on this bench.
Now, Judge Faith will decide which roommate must pay for the broken promises.
You have a story and an excuse for every single question I ask you about. I can barely get a straight answer from you, and I just want to know the truth.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Kim Dotson says her former roommate bailed out on the lease without paying what she owed. She's suing for a rent deposit and home repair costs. She's accompanied by her wife, Delana Dotson. Defendant Shay Anderson says living with Kim was unbearable, and she doesn't owe anything because the poor living conditions forced her to move.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, we have Dotson versus Anderson.
Thank you, Barbara. Kim Dotson,
Yes.
you are suing Shay Anderson for $1,654 for rent deposit and home repairs?
Yes.
And I understand you have a witness here with you today, Delana Dotson?
Yes.
Okay, how are you, ma'am?
Great.
We'll start with you, Miss Dotson. Tell me how you know Miss Anderson.
I know her through my wife, Delana.
Delana, tell me what happened. How do you know Miss Anderson?
We've been good friends for, I would say, close to 10 years, if not more than 10 years. Me and Kim had just got married at the mid-January, January 14th, we got married. And at that
Congratulations.
point, thank you.
Thank you.
My mother passed away in February. And, you know, as a friend, she reached out to me. She wanted to be there for me, which I
Okay.
thought was nice at that point. After she passed, we looked to move to a different place, a different area. We wanted a new start. So she got kicked out of with her aunt. She said that they were putting her stuff out on the curb and she was crying, going through it. She had nowhere else to go. She said, why don't we move in a big house together and I'll pay half? So we were reluctant, but we were like, okay, well, it'll save us.
Why were you looking for a place to live at that time?
I was staying with my aunt at that particular time, okay? When Delana and Kim and I all met up, at first moving wasn't even part of the conversation. She was going through a hard time, and I mean, we were friends. I wanted to be there for her, especially I haven't seen her in a while. It's been a while. I told them about the issues that I was having, and the issues wasn't nowhere near getting kicked out. I was having a simple issue with, I think I was just really paying too much, and I was doing too much at the house when I could really be saving money.
Okay, so the bottom line is the three of you moved into a home together. There's a lease agreement, a signed lease agreement. May I see that? And you signed the lease, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the first issue is the security deposit.
Yes.
Now, so the three of you are going to share, are you going to split the rent 50-50 and you're going to pay half of the security deposit, right?
Right.
What happens with the security deposit?
I paid it. She didn't have any money. I paid all of it.
Okay,
every
so
dollar.
isn't that red flag number one? If you're moving in with somebody?
I can give you red flag number one. Would you like that?
Yes, I would.
Red flag number one was the very first time I met her. We decided to go in my car because we met up at a clothing store. We dropped her car off, and my wife wanted something to eat. What caught my eye, which I should have had the red flag then, someone mysteriously left their wallet in their car.
So you were going to eat what?
Actually, it was tacos from a taco truck.
And when you say someone being the defendant?
Yes, the defendant, Shay, left her wallet, and
Okay.
I, of course, had to pay for her food. I
Okay,
didn't
hold on.
have to. I offered to because she said she left her wallet.
Okay.
So she doesn't have money for tacos. You're saying this is probably not someone who has money for rent.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's red flag number one. But hold on.
Okay.
Red flag number two. So you decide after she doesn't have money for tacos that you're going to enter into a lease agreement with Miss Anderson. Were you working at the time?
Yes, I was working.
And
So she said,
she wasn't working?
she said she was. We just never saw no money.
I was working, okay? And then, just to go back to the tacos and stuff, when I left my wallet, I told Kim and them I was not gonna eat anything because I had left my wallet.
Oh my God.
Kim said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get you. We talking about $2 tacos, okay? That's where we're speaking of.
If you didn't have money for a security deposit, I just want to know why if you're working at that time.
At that particular time, we had first spoke about it when we was looking, because we didn't bring up the security deposit and everything until we actually started looking for a place to stay.
Your Honor, might I add, at the beginning, Ms. Anderson claimed that she was head of security. She has she makes all this money, and money isn't a problem. She called, I don't know whose bank account, but she let me hear it, and she said somebody tried fraud on her bank account. So she let me hear this bank account, and it had over $5,000, and she said she was talking to the banker, going through all of this, acting like she was trying to handle her bank account. So she said, oh, I have money. You know, I work this and this and that. Once my money gets off hold, I'm gonna pay the deposit. I'm gonna pay extra on the rent. You know, we had looked at different houses. We agreed on different fixtures and different things we all wanted to, accommodate to make the house nice.
For all three of us.
Yes, and honestly, Kim and I were looking for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment or a house. Miss Anderson's cousin called her on the phone and told her that her aunt was putting her out for not paying or whatever. All her stuff was on the curb.
She threw her stuff out on the street.
She was crying, and at that point, while she was helping Kim and I look for places, she asked at that point, well, I'm going through all of this. How about we all just move in a big, she said a 3, 4, 5 bedroom. We like,
swimming
dang.
pool in the whole nice house.
She wanted to do it big,
Okay,
Your
so
Honor.
I've heard 3 red flags at this point. I've heard.
That is.
Hold on a second,
not
Ms.
true.
Anderson. So if someone calls you up and tells you that she's being kicked out for not paying rent.
They didn't call us. They called her.
They called her. We heard her.
Oh, you
speaking
heard
to
the
them on
conversation.
phone. Right.
She didn't
we
put it
didn't
on
hear both
speaker or
sides.
nothing.
We just heard her side.
And she just put her head down and started crying and said, you guys,
And that's not a red flag.
Coming up on Judge Faith. Did Kim and Delana ignore all the signs, or was Shay just a master of illusions?
Rent is due on the 1st, sweetheart. I'm worrying about my overhead, my bills. I'm not trying to be out on the streets. It's business first.
I was going through financial issues. I was already having problems not getting paid for my job.
You don't have to have a crystal ball to foresee that she was going to have a problem paying the rent.
Plaintiff Kim Dotson says Shay never paid them what she owed. Instead, she just gave them excuses. She's suing for rent deposit and home repair costs. Defendant Shay Anderson says Kim and Delana asked her to move, so she doesn't owe anything.
The tacos were a red flag, but her being kicked out for not paying rent.
Granted, my heart is this big. Granted, my heart is that big.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fully understand where you're coming from. I fully understand.
Here's what I'm
painted
saying.
a nice picture of everything and the things that we were hearing as far as the bank account and things like that. It put a little cushion under me.
Did you call your bank and allow Ms. Dawson to listen in and hear that you had or someone had $5,000 in a bank account?
Delana, yes. Delana even seen the paperwork. It wasn't even a call in.
But you didn't have
$5,000
$5,000 in an account.
Actually, it wasn't even, I'm gonna go ahead and get this straight, okay? It wasn't even 5,000, okay? It was around 3,500 that was in my account at that particular time. This was before we moved in, okay? So at that particular time, yes, I was going through a whole lot of issues, okay? I was going through financial issues. I was already having problems not getting paid for my job. I was already having personal stuff that I had to do.
But we didn't know
never told you none of that.
We didn't know that.
My thing is with them, okay, because Delana is a friend, Kim became my friend, okay, after that. Once me and Kim started talking, we developed our own personal relationships. I was very, very honest up front. The agreement was she was gonna go ahead and she was gonna pay the deposit, pretty much the first and last. That's pretty much what it is, okay? I was gonna do half. After I went ahead and got my check, because once we moved in, I clearly started expressing on numerous occasions that I was already having issues getting paid.
From what you're telling me today, you had a lot of issues, financial issues, issues with your job prior to moving in with the plaintiffs. What they're saying is you were not upfront about those things. We all go through challenging times financially. They're just saying that there was an expectation. You signed a lease. This is a what, 1-year lease?
A 1-year lease.
You signed a 1-year
12
lease.
months.
And there is an expectation, ma'am, that when you sign a lease to pay rent and you now have other people relying on the fact that you can do that. You see what I'm saying? It's an issue when you present to them that you have money that you don't have. I believe what she's saying about the phone call to the bank.
But no,
and the reason why someone does that is because they want to lead people to believe that they're going to be able to make their payments when they do. You never paid the rest of the security deposit. After the three of you moved in together, tell me what happened.
She wrote a bad check at one time. The very first time she was late with the rent. The second time she wrote a bad check.
Did you write a bad check for rent?
It wasn't even a bad check.
Yes, it was.
It was an almost bad
not.
check.
It wasn't even an almost bad check. How you gonna have an almost bad check? How you gonna have an almost bad check?
What happened? Did the check bounce?
Because of my fraud situation that I had with my account, they closed out that whole entire account, okay? The checks, I still had the same bank accounts. I mean, not the same bank accounts, I still had the same bank people. I was still banking with the same people though. They just opened up different accounts for me, okay? So that's the only thing that they did. With me having a couple of, different checkbooks or whatever the case is, I did write one check that went to an older account.
That's a bad check.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
a
went
bad
ahead and then because I caught it before the owner of the house even caught it.
The owner called her to tell her it was a bad check.
I called him, okay? I told him, you know what? Before you go ahead and cash that check, because I hope you didn't do it, I think that's the wrong check. Like, I have the right checking numbers, the right checking account here for you. He says, well, I already deposited, but he says, I can just go ahead and stop by the house and just go ahead and get your cash for you. I said, that's perfectly fine. I went ahead and paid him cash that very same day because he met us at the house.
Oh, my God,
and then
that's
I
not
also
true.
paid just for the bounce check, which was that extra $35. And then the next month was a holiday.
I don't understand. You said that you caught it before it went through.
Right.
But then the check bounced and you paid for a bounce check that day?
Right. Well,
How do you pay for a bounce check? No, let me finish because you're trying to keep your story straight. How do you pay for a bounce check fee if you caught it before it went through?
This is how I caught it. Okay.
I don't want a long drawn out story. I just want you to answer my question.
I'm not. I just seen my checkbook. Okay. When I was going ahead and adding up the money in my accounts because we had something else to take care of as far as groceries and everything else as far as the household is concerned. Okay. When I was doing that, I was looking for that particular check to already be cashed when I called into the bank. They told me they didn't even have that check number. So when I actually caught it, I called him. It wasn't like, he called me, he had to chase me down for it. He got that very same money that very same day in cash before the check even bounced.
You're full of, let me tell you something, ma'am. You're full of too many excuses. Okay, you have a story and an excuse for every single question I ask you about. I can barely get a straight answer from you, and I just want to know the truth.
Coming up on Judge Faith, can these former friends find their BFF bliss, or is this divorce final?
And I specifically said, so you're just gonna come in here, creep in, pack your stuff, and leave. We have rent tomorrow.
Everybody goes through hard times. If you don't have the money, that's one thing. Just say, I didn't have the money.
Plaintiff Kim Dotson says Shay walked out on them after only 3 months and never paid what she owed. She's suing for a rent deposit and home repair costs. Defendant Shay Anderson says she doesn't owe Kim and Delana anything because they knew she didn't have the money.
Everybody goes through hard times. If you don't have the money, that's one thing. Just say, I didn't have the money. Yeah, I probably bounced a check, but I was doing my best at the time because it is clear to me you just didn't have the money to pay the rent or to pay half of the security deposit. How long did you live there in the house?
3 months.
Okay, why did you move out?
Because basically I was asked to. I was coming in for a trip. I was coming in from a trip, from a work trip. They came into my room. Well, actually, Delana came into my room first. That day, she had asked, she says, well, what's going on? What are you doing? You're packing. I said, well, I'm going to San Diego. I said, pretty much, I basically was honest then.
Before that even came up, I said, tomorrow is the 1st of the month, so you're packing to leave. Do you have your rent money? Straight up, I asked her. She said, no, I don't have any money. My job messed over our checks. She had been promising that she had been working all these events. Her check was gonna be huge. We were gonna be able to do this and that for the house.
On their check,
so this is one night before, and I specifically said, so you're just gonna come in here, creep in, pack your stuff and leave. We have rent tomorrow. I said, you don't have $100 yet? I don't have nothing. She was looking pathetic.
She was going to San Francisco to do some dirt, to get the money to pay for the rent and the bills that she had behind. That's the story she told me.
What do you mean dirt?
Let me add.
Whatever illegal thing she had to do.
This is what happened.
That's why she came in the house with her keys and her remote control in her hand to give us, because she didn't want to get caught up with the keys and the remote control in case she had to go to jail for whatever it is. She went to San Francisco with her and whatever friends or whoever that she went with to get the money.
That came out of her mouth.
That came out of her mouth.
When I walked in the room, it's because I had been texting her, calling her, rent is due on the 1st, sweetheart. I'm worrying about my overhead, my bills. You know, I'm not trying to be out on the streets. It's business first. So when she didn't say nothing, that was weird. I had been texting, calling her, no, nothing. So she crept in the house. Normally we go to sleep pretty early. We wake up early in the morning from jobs and we just wake up early. So she came in. Normally we're in our room, door closed, sleep, whatever. This particular time, our godson was with us for his summer vacation. So we were staying up, you know, watching movies, having a good time.
You think she was trying to leave and just skip town altogether?
No.
Sure she was.
Let me add this. I asked her, I said, what are you?
You guys are definitely married. I'm telling you that right now.
You are. This is the main part. To cut off, it was long. To make a long story short, I asked her, I was like, Shay, I've been calling you, you know, what's going on? And so I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to San Diego or whatever.
San Francisco.
Or whatever she said. It was one of those sands.
And she used the word to do dirt.
Yes.
To do dirt.
We're gonna go try and go out there and do what we need to do so I can pay this rent.
And
so was that the time that she moved out that you said that was it?
Yes.
That same night.
I'm going to ask you again, what is your defense for not paying your half of the security deposit?
Now the defense is just not for me paying it now. It's because the last conversation we had, she said that she already got somebody to move in to help her with whatever that she was doing. And that
this
was the
other
last
person
conversation
doesn't
that we
have
had.
anything to do with you.
And I have her signatures next to the monies that she does owe me.
Oh, may I see that, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, so you signed the promissory note?
She promised that she was going to get paid and pay us back. She asked us to front her.
I also have pictures of work that I was doing, which she owes money for also. The patio, I have pictures. It wasn't in the best of shape. And
what was the agreement?
The agreement that she was going half with it.
She wanted it not
To fix up things in the house.
Fix up the house, yes.
She wanted.
Was that the
Your
agreement?
Honor, yes, I did make that agreement.
That's all I need to hear.
Thank
That's
you.
all I need to hear. You may have gotten over with them because they ignored the red flags. I'm not ignoring them. You're not getting over with me. You said in your answer you don't feel you owe for the security deposit because they basically made it very unpleasant for you to live there because they kept asking you to pay money that you owe.
Right.
Okay, just because someone is asking you to pay money that you owe, I'm sorry if that's unpleasant, but if you owe money, you owe the money. And if you didn't have the money, man, what I'm telling you is if you were going through a hard time and you didn't have the money, you should not have tried to pull the wool over their eyes because I believe you did that.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
I don't know who you're trying to pretend to be, but you gotta stop and just be yourself. All they wanna do is pay their rent on time, and you are stopping them and preventing them from doing that, and it's not fair. I have the promissory note, which you signed. That total is $1,316.29. In addition, I have the money for the patio and the work that you did in the home, which is a total of $237. So I'm gonna tell you something. You ignored a bunch of red flags, and that's what got you here today. The tacos, red flag number 1. When somebody does not have a security deposit to move into a place, that means they don't have any money. Okay, you don't have to have a crystal ball to foresee that she was gonna have a problem paying the rent.
Right.
All right? Judgment in this case for the plaintiffs, you owe them $1,553. Pay the ladies.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.